So, do you want to know the biggest secret that I found this year that was a life changer to my business, and it's going to help me grow from here on out if I just keep following through and practicing? That secret is you got to let go of fear. Now, fear had controlled my life since I was like a little kid, and it's a mentality that I had from childhood, and I had to grow out of it because that fear is what it was built up in me, and it was preventing me from so many different areas of life, from communicating with other people to finding my self-value, from just figuring out different things that I can do in my potential in the business. And now that I'm really just grasping, and I've been focused so hard on this subject this year, because in every little area of your life, whether you're marketing, you're trying to grow, you're trying to keep connections with and follow-ups with clients, and you're estimating and bidding, all these factors are going to be affected if you have fear. Now, they were for me, and when I let it go, I was able to find better self-value, and I was able to price jobs way better than I ever could have if I wasn't, because I used to price jobs at like $25 an hour, and I'm doing, hard landscaping jobs. I'm digging trenches, and I'm putting walls up, thinking that, $25 is, yeah, that's awesome. But in the end of the day, dude, I lost so much money, and some of the time I didn't even make any money, and I felt like crap, and I felt like I got stepped on by these customers. But in the end of the day, it was me who stepped on myself because of that fear, because I was intimidated by these clients that had all this money, and they had these nice mansions, they had these nice big businesses that I went to, and here I am. I was scared, because I was scared if I don't get this little job, it's gonna look good. If I get it, I can make a few bucks, and I need this job to survive. And I get the job, and I get there to give the bid, and I'm like, oh no, if I don't get it, I better put my price low, even though I know I'm gonna be the best, and I know I'm gonna do the greatest job ever. But I'd say, okay, I'll mow this lawn for like $25. $25. When I first started, I had a push mower. I mowed a half acre. That was like the worst job I've done. I mowed a half acre for $25 with a push mower. Okay, that thing minimum should have been about, I'd say $40 now. I was gonna say 35. No, $40. Okay, you can't go lower. You gotta find the value that you're worth. And I'm still trying to figure it out, and I don't have it all together. I don't have all the I's dotted and the T's crossed, but this is a process. And I've literally increased my prices from $25 an hour to now I'm estimating like leaf cleanup jobs and other jobs at $40 an hour this year. And I don't want to lose all my customers and jump like 50%. So I think that would kind of scare them all, and I didn't want to have to go out and market that much. But I've kept all my clients just going up that about 35%, 30% increase, and it's helped a lot. And then next year I can go out and raise it another 20%, and I can continue to grow and build and let the ones that fell out this year. I've had a good $500 worth of weekly source of income that I let go of this year, but what I picked up was an immense amount of work, and the clientele that I had taken on and I priced right, it just helped build the business way more than it ever should have, than I ever thought I could. And if you don't let go of fear, you won't never be able to do these things. Estimating is going to be a big factor in that. And I think the second factor in letting go of fear, what you're going to face, is doing the things that you know you need to do. Because there's so many times that there's things that you're not doing in your business because you're scared to do it, such as picking up the phone and calling the customer, whether it's raising the prices, whether it's just saying, hey, how is everything going? How's the service? And just getting a great communication going and checking up on things and doing the follow-ups. We get lazy, we get scared, and we get fearful on these things, but you gotta let that go, and you gotta push forward and just make that move, because if you don't make that move, your business is going to go stagnant and stale and die. And you don't want it to die. You want it to grow. You didn't come into the business to fail. And so you can do it, but you just got to force yourself to move forward. And as I say this, I'm saying it because that's what I'm going through right now, and you can do it, okay? Don't think you can't. And there is a great quote, and that is the quote. I'm not sure exactly who it's from, but I've heard it. And it's saying, if you want to grow successful and you want to overcome fear, to every day do at least one thing that you don't want to do or that you are scared to do. So if you're looking for more clients and you're scared to do cold calling, pick up the phone and every day do a cold call with a company and ask them if they need service for anything. Or if you see somebody, go knock on the neighbor's door. If you see something that's needed done, it takes less than a minute to do, and you might land a nice big job because you went out of your way, out of your comfort zone to go do the thing that you didn't want to do. So that is a big step in what's helped me this year, is every day do those things that you don't want to do, that you're scared to do, and that's intimidating and fearful, and you can do it. I would say the third thing that while you're overcoming fear that's held me back was keeping the good communication with clients, because I either thought they didn't care about what I had to say, thought I was a little stupid lawn business, and that who cares, seriously. But in the end of the day, they trust you with their property. They trust you working on their property. They trust you with the decision making and knowing that you know what's right and what's wrong on what to do with the property and making it a better. And some things they don't even realize that they could have the potential of having, like if their neighbor's grass is so beautiful and green and you can do it, but theirs looks like crap. Instead of dropping them as a client because you want better lawns to do, how about you give them incentives on making that lawn look a lot better, saying it'll raise the property value to say that, that they can have a nice green lawn and a nice landscaping if you want to install, that they can come home to and be proud of, and that you will get the work. So these are just a few tips that I hope that you can grasp and take in and put into your business to help you grow and be successful. See ya.